When a child is abducted, every minute that passes decreases the likelihood that they'll ever be seen again. So what happens when police officers find them just in time?
Is this? Yeah. Alright, step out of the car.
No, it's not like that.
Step out of the car, bro.
Ford Police Department, open the door! Open it!
Here are 7 times abducted children were rescued just moments before it was too late. Starting with the case of 27-year-old Brandon Lenore, who, on September 27th of 2022, was reported by his girlfriend for leaving the home with their 1-year-old son and a handgun. She gave officers a description of the vehicle, and shortly after, police located Brandon's truck speeding erratically down Belterra Parkway. After leading police on a short chase, Brandon pulled into the parking lot of a McDonald's and abruptly exited his vehicle carrying his son.
Put the kid down! Put the kid down!
The victim in this case was too young to comprehend that he was being used as a human shield against tasers and a police dog by his own father. Thankfully, the officer was able to avoid the child by running over and tasing Brandon on his side. As he fell to the ground, officers snatched the baby away before he could be hurt.
Show me your f***ing hands, dude! Put the baby down! Put the kid down! Put the kid down!
As expected, the small child remained oblivious of his circumstances and only realized that something was wrong when he saw his father getting hurt. But that wouldn't have been the case if Brandon wasn't still fighting and trying to run from the officers.
Stop, dude! I have a Tango deployment. We're fighting with this right now. I have the kid.
Eventually, he was wrangled into handcuffs and transported to jail. Brandon would be charged with kidnapping, reckless driving, child neglect, using a minor as a shield, resisting with violence, and fleeing and eluding. The baby would be returned to his mother completely unharmed. A truly horrifying situation for the mother, but this next mom experienced every patient's worst nightmare when her daughter was snatched from her arms by an unknown man.
Ford Police Department, open the door! Open the door!
On the evening of May 18th, 2019, a mother was taking her 8-year-old daughter on a walk through their neighborhood when a 51-year-old homeless man, identified as Michael Webb, abruptly pulled up beside them in a car. He hopped out and grabbed the girl, whose mother fought for her before being knocked onto the ground. He threw the girl into his car, and in a flash, they were gone. The mother reported the incident to police, who sent out a BOLO alert. Less than 6 hours later, the Forest Hills Police Department received a tip about Michael from a Woodspring Suites hotel. When police would arrive, Michael was there, but officers failed to locate the girl inside his hotel room.
And how long have you known these friends for? You can guess, it doesn't have to be official. 7 years? So half your life?
Yeah.
7. And do your parents know each other? Yeah. And where do you live in Colorado City? Do you know your address?
It is 5 East Garden Avenue.
Several of Samuel's juvenile so-called wives and followers were turned over to the Arizona Department of Child Services. Samuel would be taken to the police station where he was processed and charged with child endangerment. And while in jail, he was found using the phone system to have explicit conversations with underage girls in his cult, even referring to one 13-year-old girl as his sexy darling. Shortly after that, he was barred from contacting anyone at all. But it gets even more twisted. A search of his home would turn up evidence of group explicit activities, incest, and child trafficking. 3 of his adult wives tried to flee with the remaining minors the following December, but were found by police at an Airbnb in Washington state. The adults would subsequently be arrested. Samuel is currently held in prison on kidnapping and evidence tampering charges, and he would plead not guilty to the charges with his trial set for March of 2024. But if you thought that was crazy, then you have to see 37-year-old Kevin Smith, who actually thought he'd get away with pretending to be the victim's father.
Is this? Yeah. All right, step out of the car.
No, it's not my dad.
Step out of the car, bro.
On October 10th of 2022, an officer on duty would be flagged down by a panicked father, reporting that a man had jumped into a Chevrolet Silverado and taken off with his 8- and 4-year-old sons in the back seat. The officer took down a description of the vehicle, and moments later, they caught sight of it.
Stop the truck! Now! Pull into the parking lot!
The suspect, identified as 37-year-old Kevin Smith, obeyed the officer's commands and pulled over. Upon approaching the vehicle, the officer immediately saw the children inside, and unlike the others, these boys were not afraid to tell the officer exactly what was going on.
Oh, I got called.
This is not your car?
No, it's
Step
not
out of the car. Step out of the car, bro. Okay, step out of the car. Help me out here. Are you gonna step out? I cannot let you. Give me the car keys. Give me the car keys. Is this? Yeah. All right, step out of the
No,
car.
it's not my dad.
Step out of the car, bro. Step out of the car. Step out of the car.
The boys were shaken but uninjured and returned to their father. Kevin, on the other hand, would be charged with 2 felony counts of kidnapping and 1 count of grand theft of a motor vehicle. He's currently being held in jail without bond. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one, and don't forget to subscribe.